One by one, they were brought in, and by the time the raid had ended, there were 17 in all. What they didn't know, that police had been planning this raid for 6 months.
We have drug buys off of every one of them involved, and for a small community, it has quite a bit of drugs.
Nearly 40 state troopers from as far north as Fayette County teamed up for the bust, along with the McDowell County Sheriff's Department and police officers from Welch, Keystone, North Fork, and Kimball.
I think it's great. We're all law enforcement agencies can get together, and, you know, I think the people here realize that, you know, one voice can do a lot, but when you got 35 or 40 voices, they tend to listen a lot better.
They targeted various locations in North Fork and Keystone, including Cinder Bottom, a government housing complex in Keystone.
That one right here's the corner.
Carolyn Ingram, a mother of 2, lives in this apartment. A drug dog found several ounces of what's believed to be crack cocaine in a shoebox by the couch, along with small plastic bags apparently used to bag up the drugs. She is one of the 17 arrested.
I'd say it's a dent, but like I say, you know, you put 10 in jail, 10 takes their place. So.
Most of those arrested last night and this morning are charged with possession of crack cocaine with intent to deliver. They were taken to the McDowell County Jail. That's where they are now. All totaled, their bond's been set at nearly $1.5 million, and authorities say they're looking for several more suspects today. It looks like the after effects of a small earthquake, 18-inch rock foundations cracking roads. In other places, asphalt buckling. This metal grate used to be flush with the driveway, and just a few weeks ago, this sidewalk was flat. There are 6 homes along this mine that have seen damage in the past few weeks, and homeowners say the damage continues even today. What's causing it? Officially, no one knows for sure, but these homes are located next to a coal mine, and most think that's the culprit. Doug Abel is a carpenter, and he's been working overtime just to keep up with the damage.
I'm just trying to keep the doors open and the sewage lines running, or anything that needs to be done to make these people comfortable right now.
Who's paying you to do all this work?
Rusty Skews, the man that owns the mines.
Whether the mine owner will accept full responsibility is still a mystery. A geologist from WVU is looking into the problem. Homeowners are waiting for his final report. But the destruction won't wait. Abel says he's noticing more damage every day, and there's growing concern it will be only a matter of days before some of these homes become unlivable. In McDowell County, Loretta Budd, News Center 6. They call it an accident waiting to happen. This 100-ton rock's been propped up on these steel support beams since a mining company built this road, probably more than 50 years ago. But this balancing act is starting to show signs of wear. Last weekend, a large chunk of support rock underneath it came crumbling down. The rocks shifted forward about 3 inches, and it's now resting on only one of the support beams. There are 10 families who live on past this rock and 13 school children. None of them have been to school since Monday because parents are so concerned about their safety. This is the only road leading off the mountain.
You have to stay around the hill. You can't go nowhere hardly unless you absolutely have to. I keep my kids home. They ain't going off this hill.
So these kids have not been to school all week?
No. And it's frozen. When it thaws out, what it's going to do?
If it would come between starving to death and getting crushed to death, I guess I'd have to go off and get groceries, you know, but I wouldn't bring my kids off.
And your kids haven't been to school either?
No. Mine's not been to school since last Friday.
William Miller has seen a lot of rock in his lifetime. He's a former coal miner, and he says this is one situation he takes very seriously.
I just think it's Mother Nature. It's just been there so long that the earth is just give away, and it's just sitting there on just a licking a promise.
The Abandoned Minelands organization is apparently looking into the problem. They are planning on bringing a representative here Monday to give these families some peace of mind and get their children back in school.
Live from the region's #1 news team, Loretta Budd, Barrett Van, Stan Sweetsweather, Ernie Morgan Sports. This is News Center 6 tonight.
Good evening. A major cocaine ring in Logan County is out of business tonight. Federal prosecutors say 11 people have been charged in what's being called a well-defined organized ring in Logan County. A 37-count indictment came down today. 6 suspects were arrested today by the FBI and local police. Authorities say the 6 used 3 residences to make, sell, and store the crack.
Performed.
West Virginia's State Supreme Court Chief Justice continues to recover from heart surgery, but there seems to be some question about whether he'll return to the bench. Justice William Brotherton's been hospitalized for the past 3 weeks. His son says Brotherton's yet to decide whether he'll return to the job. Right now, he says their biggest concern is getting his father well enough to return home.
The U.S. Army Corps, as is done every 5 years, an inspection could take only 12 hours to complete.
Pretty technical project, a lot harder than spring cleaning or something like that. Well, time to check in on the weather forecast.
Another umbrella day coming up, Stan?
Oh yes, we've got another umbrella day, folks.
Testimony continues tomorrow in the trial of a McDowell County man charged with killing his wife. As Teresa Hamilton reports, his defense claims she pulled the trigger herself. McDowell County
And younger victims.
A Los Angeles TV reporter is being asked some tough questions about her reports about the O.J. Simpson murder case. John Gibson has more.
The jurors for the Simpson trial.
Iraqi President Saddam Hussein has agreed to recognize Kuwait as a sovereign state. That would be in return for a pledge that an international embargo stifling his country's economy would be eased after 6 months. The agreement was disclosed in a joint Iraqi-Russian statement today, issued after a meeting between Saddam and visiting Russian Foreign Minister Andrei Kozyrev.
President Clinton says as normal consumers.
Senator Robert Byrd is clashing with President Clinton on several issues. Byrd says Clinton shouldn't have sent troops to Haiti and says the president's health care proposal was a disaster. But he says he fully backs Clinton's handling of the most recent Middle East crisis. Byrd says President Clinton should move quickly to pull American troops out of Haiti, saying the U.S. has no national security interest in the Caribbean nation.
Traveling around, besides Bridge Day, there's a whole host of things to do this weekend.
Here's a look at some of the area's activities. So the question is it going to rain on Bridge Day?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Well, we got a feeling that it won't. Got a feeling.
Well, we need more than a feeling.
Well, the system's changed, but the way it looks now, it's not.
Are you getting a psychic thing?
Yes,
Okay.
it's coming to me now.
Okay, great.
I'd bundle up regardless. We're not Bridge Day. That wind really whips up out there.
Yeah, it's a little on the cool side. Get up in the low 60s by afternoon, maybe, if the sun comes out in time.
Hope so. Okay.
All right, folks, let's see what's going on right now. Partly cloudy by the afternoon.
And we should know really a lot more about that tomorrow, right?
And I won't be here in case anybody, in case it doesn't work
Sorry.
out.
You're going to be gone, and a gun.
Chicago.
He's just going to shoot his
I'm going to
guns.
shoot in a contest in Chicago.
And I'm going to be gone to Illinois for a wedding, and Barrett's parents are coming in.
My parents are coming in from Oklahoma, just in time for that rainstorm there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So adios,
Actually,
everybody.
they're leaving one in Oklahoma and coming out
No
here.
hissing or booing, please.
Yes, I'm sure they'll do
Well, you
fine
made a
without
lot
us.
of friends with your forecast tonight
Oh, I
for
hope,
Saturday.
I hope I keep them.
I do too. Thanks, Dan.
And just ahead in sports, Thursday night NFL action from the Astrodome in Houston.
Plus, the NBA has joined the NFL as the only professional team still playing. Woody?
That's exactly right. Those highlights, plus the rest of the day in sports right after this timeout. Don't go away. Sports is next.
Some big football action down there in that little state under Oklahoma. And there tonight, Texas, yes.
You mean the great nation
Just
of Texas?
a little tiny place we've seen on the map a few times.
Yes, in comparison to other states like Illinois and, Oklahoma.
We're hitting them all tonight, folks. Houston.
Funny.
Houston, losers. Texas, doesn't like it. You know, folks, two teams going in different directions, two different directions.
Another quick wrap up on the weather. We have a few seconds here.
Do we have any new developments since you were just on about 15 minutes ago?
Well,
with the
I could
weather?
probably just say just about anything because, I'm going to be going to Chicago, and when the flat...
And it really doesn't matter what you say, because when everything falls apart, you're going to be
They'll
out of
probably
town.
forget it when I get back
Yeah,
Tuesday.
but Monday. Oh, you're coming back Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes. I'll be driving back from Chicago.
People will remember it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
What's your best guess for Football Friday tomorrow night?
Football Friday tomorrow night, I would say there's about a 60% chance that you will not have any rain tomorrow night.
That's good.
So we're going to get soaked.
The whole 40% that we're looking
Photog's
for
bringing
might
your
come down
raincoats tomorrow.
while he's talking.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Take those garbage bags and umbrellas and...
That's high tech, isn't it?
Yeah.
If this system
Well-
clears out fast enough for them to have a dry night tomorrow night, then you'll be pretty well guaranteed that Saturday morning won't be wet. It
a
may
good
be
idea.
cloudy
That'd be
there at
nice.
Bridge Day, but it should break loose in the afternoon. You should have a decent day, I think.
Looking forward
Okay.
to that.
All
Thanks.
right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Folks, we're out of time. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you back here Monday. Good night.